Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hey, it's Monica, Wellbeing Mastery, and our fantastic, amazing guest, Angie Berrett, again today because she's so generous and bringing all her amazing practices today. So get ready. Find a good place because we're going to be playing today again. Okay, we'll see what's next. We had octopus, we had sea creatures. Wow, in the past. So you have to go back and watch the other stuff too. And just want to say, Wellbeing Mastery is still going live. We are finishing up tomorrow with a big bang. So you got to tune in. And I want to give you an incentive to sign up because you may be thinking, hey, the ending, why would I sign up? But if you sign up today in this and actually comment here under Angie's presentation today on Facebook, I'm going to give you a free VIP access, which will give you a free access for life to all the recordings of our 27 amazing speakers on health and wellness. So this is a big prize. Hey, it's not free, but this is free for you today. If you comment down here and then sign up and tell me, hey, Monica, I just signed up. Send me the VIP and I will, promise. Okay, cool. Let's introduce our amazing guest today, Angie Berrett, who's one of our great speakers. Hi, Angie. How's it going?
Hi, Monica. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Enjoying the Wellbeing Mastery and just having fun.
That's amazing. And the VIP offer is fantastic. So for any of you that haven't thought about or haven't decided to sign up, it's totally worth it.
Thank you. Yay. So, Angie, tell us about who you are for those who maybe haven't heard your previous presentations.
Yeah. So my name's Angie Berrett and my pronouns are she or they. I am a movement coach. I help people use movement and play to release stress, anxiety, tension, trauma, depression, bringing more joy and peace to their lives. So I love play. I love to do movement. I love imagery. I am a child abuse survivor. And as I was on my journey, I needed to learn how to be able to feel things in my body, and play and movement was something that was super powerful. So I've created a way of moving to help people learn how to tolerate some of the discomfort that we get as humans being in our bodies sometimes, because it can be uncomfortable.
Yes, for all of us, we all went through trauma, big or small, not to diminish the big ones, like being a survivor of abuse, and which is obviously a very tragic thing. But on the other hand, I mean, for you, Angie, it made you really bounce back and take your power back and create this amazing offering to people. So there's lessons, right?
Absolutely. And it doesn't, and abuse or trauma doesn't have to be, like you were saying, Monica, trauma like what I experienced as a child. Trauma is, all of us experience trauma. I define trauma as a tornado of energy trapped in a stationary or a still body. And so trauma develops whenever any of us humans, whatever the experience is, don't allow that swirling energy that comes up from just life, when we don't allow it to go out. Yes. And so movement is a way to actually just get rid of that energy so that it doesn't stay trapped in our body and turn into trauma.
Yes, move the energy. Every day we accumulate that stuff that's trapped, that tornado. I love how you say it, that tornado trapped in our body. Why would we want to hold on to it? Well, just move and let it go, right?
And acknowledging that sometimes moving and allowing that to shift can be incredibly challenging. So play and finding ways to release that energy without the heavy burden of having to go in and explore, kind of do some of that heavy stuff can really change the way that we respond to what's happening in our body.
Yes, it can be a small movement. As just don't be hard on yourself. Just go as far as you may want to and as your body is allowing to. It may be just sitting still and feeling the body and feeling that, oh, I can't move today, right?
Absolutely. And it might even be just starting to move your fingers. One of the things I talk about in my my presentation is it depends on our nervous system. Where our nervous system is going to determine how big of movements that we can make. And so if you just want to do your fingers, do your fingers. If you want to do something bigger, then, add bigger movements in. And so
Yes.
it's exploring what your body wants, so we're not continually re-traumatizing ourselves.
Yes, yes. And every day can be different.
Yes. Even every minute can be different.
Yes.
It changes moment to moment. And so it's this exploration of learning, what is my body telling me versus what am I actually doing based on what my mind is saying.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that. That's really important to remind ourselves. We are so trained to think that we have to fix our bodies and we have to make it do something. We actually turning it around and allowing the body to guide us.
Yes. And it shifts and changes our relationship and makes it much easier to heal. That's how we heal ourselves. So, yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So what are we going to be doing today?
Yeah. So apparently I'm sticking with the water theme because I love the water. And we're going to do, although it's going to be different today. So you can do this seated or standing.
I'm going to stand up.
We're talking about, depending on what your body specifically wants to scoot over. I'll switch between the two. So we're going to pretend, I've got to adjust my camera. We're going to pretend that it's rainy outside, it's stormy. So if you feel like you're in kind of a stormy place in your life, this is a great movement practice for that. So starting, if you're standing, bring your feet to a comfortable distance apart. And then maybe just start making some movements. Just starting to warm up while I talk. If you want to do this seated, once again, maybe just add fingers. And then everybody lifting up through your torso, your chest, and just starting to connect to feeling the rhythm of whatever you're moving. Yeah, if you're wiggling your fingers, maybe you don't want to do your body, you just want your fingers. And then just starting to check in. Maybe noticing where your body feels right now. Are your shoulders tight? Do you not want to move? Or do you feel really open and fluid? You somewhere in between?
Yeah, I felt like my wrists wanted to move, like first the fingers and then like, my wrists. And then I started to feel like I was just holding my arms like that for no reason and they kind of relaxed.
As we start to explore, so it's that what we were talking about, depending on what your body wants, even just moving your fingers is then going to start to shift energy and then move it down through your arms and start to open stuff up. So starting with just the fingers is great if that's what works for you. So then now imagine that it's been rainy. So life is kind of stormy right now. And we're walking through some big old mud puddles. So if your shoe, like you have a big old boot on, it's sloshed in the mud. So start picking your foot up and notice how much work that is. And then slosh it down in the mud. And then switch sides. So focusing, engaging into the body. Imagine that you're suction cup having to pull that muddy boot out. And then stomp it down if you want.
All right.
And so it's the same seated. If you're doing it seated, just keep the lift of your body. So imagine that you're pulling up that foot out of you're stuck down in the mud like a big quagmire. And stomp it down. Yes. And then pull the next one up. Engage in through the body and through the legs. Notice how much work that takes. And then stomp it down. So doing this maybe one more time each side, because then we're going to switch. So notice what it feels like. How much work is it to pull up? When it's stormy and you're walking in mud, that's a lot of work. Notice maybe what muscles are getting engaged. So pulling it up. Yes, let noises out. Stomp it down.
I think my shoe's coming off.
I know. It feels like your shoes. So your shoe's coming off. How are you going to pull that up? So then shake it out. Shake it out. Notice maybe where you were holding some tension in your body. Okay, so now we're going to imagine, so it's still stormy outside, but I like to think of myself as being like a little kid. I've got rubber boots on and there's puddles all around. So you're a little kid. How would you act jumping into a puddle? You have these big puddles in front of you. So make jumping movements. Maybe if you're not ready for a jumping, you just want to kick into the water, kick, whatever big splashing you want. I like the jumping into it. I want to make as big of a mess as I can. So let yourself be as big as possible. So just imagine kicking the storm, kicking the water, playing. Maybe you want to dance in it. Whew. And then shake it. Okay, so we're going to switch back and forth between the two. So coming back to the mud walking, maybe you want to pull the arms up, help pull your boots up this time. Get more muscles engaged. Notice how much work that can be to pull yourself up when things are stormy. Stomp it down. Pulling that boot up. Maybe you want your arms involved, maybe you don't. Stomp it down. Yeah. Notice how much work it takes to engage. Pull that up. Ooh, stomp it down. Maybe if you want to make squishy noises, like coming out of the mud, stomp it down. Pull it up. Notice the work that it takes. So notice the tension maybe in your shoulder. Pulling it up. Stomping it down. Last one. And then we're going to go back to the puddle jumping. So pull up out of the mud. Notice where your strength is. Stomp it down. And then shake it. It can be a lot of work when we're in
I'm sweaty.
I know, it is. It's a lot of work. We don't realize how much tension it is. So now adding that play in. So imagine you're that kid. There's the puddles in front of you. So how would you play if you went into the puddle? Yes, jump, make it, dance. Bring, yep. Woo, I'm out of breath. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice if your heart rate's beating faster. So jumping, playing.
My dogs are coming back. They want to get in the puddle too.
Exactly.
Oh no, they both. Oh no.
So as you're doing this, my dog or dogs, animals tend to love to get involved when we play like this.
Yeah.
So notice what's happening in your body. Maybe you're running out of breath like I am. Maybe your heart's beating faster. Yes, jumping. Notice though. And then come back, shake it out.
Shake it out. They just shake. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it go. Let all that tension go. Woo.
Alrighty. Ellie, sit.
Yeah, and then come back to kind of a sway, side to side. Maybe you want to come back to a seat. I'm going to scoot up a little closer to the camera now.
Okay.
So checking in, standing, seated, do whatever works for you. Notice, maybe how are your shoulders? What's going on with your heart rate?
Oh, I feel refreshed.
It's letting that energy out. So thinking of trauma as that tornado of energy, finding ways of using play to let that out actually really can bring that relief, that tension shifting, that shoulders relaxing, stomach unclenching. So maybe shake it out and then shake it out one more time. And the other thing is notice, like, what's your emotional state right now? A lot of times when we go into play, like jumping like kids into the puddles, that can make us happy. That can shift that heaviness of pulling up and slogging through the mud and shift it into something that can be a more fun energy.
Yeah, I feel actually excited. You know, I have a very busy day today. There's so many different things I need to take care of and like do and write and whatnot. And I'm like, Oh, actually, I feel excited about it.
Shifting energy and taking it from
Yeah.
something heavy into something playful ends up being not such a drain on what we have. So it ultimately can give us more energy when we figure out how to shift that with play.
Ah, beautiful. Wow, this was a real fun practice. And I love going back to being like a 3-year-old, but you love to just like play in the mud.
Yeah, but kids love getting dirty, and we don't do that as grown-ups. And so visualizing and taking yourself back there can be very healing for our
Yes,
bodies.
yes.
Mhm.
And yeah, you bring something like we don't have to go play in the mud unless somebody wants to. It's fun too, right? There's mud runs and all that. But you can just use your imagination. It's as powerful as actually doing the thing, right? If you
Absolutely.
have, if you incorporate actually physical movement to it.
The visualization, the play, and the physical movement, it makes a really powerful combination to help heal mind, body, and soul.
Mm. Beautiful. Wow, Angie. That was so much fun today.
Oh,
Thank you
good.
so much for joining. Well, it's been so guys, there's 3 videos that we have on Facebook here that you can go back to and watch all of them, because Angie's like giving us all those different techniques and different things that you can do, and just choose what appeals to you, what you love the most.
And drop in the comments. I love hearing if you've done this. What did it feel like? How did that
Mhm.
feel? So I love seeing the comments.
Awesome. Beautiful. We're going to put the Angie's website, and it's Angie Berrett Movement. Is that correct?
That's correct. Angie Berrett. And I spell my last name Berrett. So just be aware, if you go to Angie Berrett, Berrett, stuff pulls up that's not me.
Okay, I just put this in the comments here, so hopefully you guys can see it. And then I'm going to also put the comments, the link to sign up for the show, because you know that we have a special price. You can actually get the VIP if you sign up. And if you tell me in the comments, hey, Monica, I signed up. This is my name. I signed up today and I watched Angie's video. And tell us your feedback. Please tell us what you want to learn.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Angie. Again, it was a pleasure to have you, and I so appreciate your time and just amazing play today. I feel so light and bright and excited now.
Good. I'm happy. I'm glad. That makes me very happy.
Wonderful. Well, have a beautiful day, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.